You want to start?
Hello, folks. Yeah, back to an old game I've been playing for probably about part of 15 years. We're gonna do a little speed run.
Well, speedrun in terms of Dad is going to take a level 1 and see how far he gets
In 1
in
hour.
an hour.
I know I'm not the greatest at it, but I do enjoy it.
You can go.
Okay.
Time's a ticking.
Yeah, okay. I'm good.
You may or may not have just seen the top of my head.
Don't even care about that.
So, Dad, how old is this game?
About 15 years old.
And people joke that it's dead.
People joke a lot about this. I tend to ignore most stuff. However, this character does not have the current beginner's extra, which will make it a little bit harder. But at the same time, still a lot of fun for me.
Yeah, there's an event going on right now. Basically says, well,
You can go up in levels even faster.
Mm-hmm.
Because it basically makes it so that this goes twice as fast.
Also, Dad, how would I get back to Kanton out of curiosity?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Easiest way is either City of Lost, Archsor, Aetherblade, any of those main cities.
Okay.
Yum. I'm just making fun for it. Oops. Yum. And in 30 seconds or less, we have level 3. How about level 4? Shall we get level 4? Not quite yet. Alright, let's go get out of our first armor. I'm going to ignore some things at the same time, folks. Why not?
So, Dad.
Oh.
Out of curiosity. Sorry, guys, I just bumped the camera. Could you check your settings for me real quick?
Sound-wise,
Yeah. It's kind of weird that we have...
no sound.
Yeah.
One sec. Next volume.
Oh! Yeah, it's off. Hit apply real quick. And then, nope, you didn't hit confirm, so it's not going to stick. Never mind. I'm an idiot.
No, it's just the music is off. So the effects are on. Music volume apparently didn't hit.
Did you check the game itself? No. In the system settings. Game. Nada. What would be stopping?
Unless it's the computer.
Who knows?
Computer's volume.
Well, no, the computer volume is on. I turned it up to 100. Just hit confirm and we'll see what happens. Well, you have the controller for the TV. You can always turn it off.
She's not getting any of our lovely music.
Yeah. This game has some really pretty music going on.
Almost Chinese style music.
It's
It's
much.
very oriental.
Yeah. Because I'm playing in windowed mode, I don't think I'm going to be playing much on the side. I'm just going to hang around to help you.
Just to kind of speed these things a little bit.
Well, to help you when you need it. Because, those missions. Not now I'm also playing in windowed mode, and I don't have a mouse.
Where's your mouse?
Well, here's the thing. The computer that I'm playing on only has 2 USB ports and no port for a mouse separate. So technically only has one actual USB and the other one's for the mouse. So between the fan and the microphone, I don't have a mouse. That's the sacrifice to be made. Oh, the ambient noise, though.
I never liked the look of the armors, though. I usually just play with the fashion running on nothing. First skill. It's not the first one that freebie get. Seal. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of running around.
So, Dad, how long have you been playing this game for?
No, about 15 years. I started about the time you were 6.
Yep, I remember this game from when I was little.
It's changed quite a bit.
Yes.
It used to be a lot harder.
Also, in Dad's Let's Play and mine of Diablo 4, we're both playing this in the background.
Mm-hmm. One, because it was fun and something to do instead of just sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
Describe. Which should give us our level 6. Yeah. There it is. I really should have just made a new character to do this, but that's it.
Well, we could always restart.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll still be waiting for you at Conton no matter what.
Okay. Well, let's do it.
Alright.
That way I get the full.
So we can get as fast as possible.
Yep.
Alright. We're scrapping this then. I will cut this recording and just have it around, I guess. If you want to delete her, that's fine. I mean...
Well, I have to do that later.
Yeah, because there's not enough space.
Well, also it'll be a week's time before it actually gets rid of her. So that's the other issue. When PWI allows you to delete a character, it has a week grace period. before it actually gets rid of the character.
So should I leave this server and go to a different one? Yes.
Yeah. Go back to the single. I think I have a slot there. Or actually, just go to the other one on that set.
What? Go to Etherblade?
The Twilight Temple, I think.
Really have to shrink down my UI because.
I will double check here in a second.
Well, currently I'm trying to at least get my settings back because I don't have those available to me in this moment. Because the window had to be shrinky dinked. I still have to shrinky dink.
Let's see.
Continue the shrinking.
And also, maybe it'll kick the music. Like in this. That's the other annoying thing right now.
Well, hang on. Let me test something. There's some music.
It hit. So we were just in Twilight Temple. Let's try to play. I have a slot. I think I do.
Okay, so fun fact, there seems to be like no music in the starter area.
There it is.
You have to get to PWI.
There
Alright.
it is.
I will smash cut all of this together for the talking, but Dad's typical is the female, is the sin. Or do you which one are you going for this time?
I'm still gonna do my Deathblade. But it's gonna be my female as usual. There she is. Yep. Okay. Now we can get this party started.
Okay, so wait.
Okay.
Well, no, you can keep going.
Okay. And you saw which thing I went to?
Oh, wait. Shit. Okay,
There's
keep
the
going
dinner
now.
event.
I've restarted. Shit.
Okay. So I'll get my blessing, which will speed it up. All my stuff, so that way I can speed it up.
Moving.
And let's get started.
Alright. You're on TT, though.
Wasn't I just on TT?
No, you were... No, this is Etherblade, right.
It's
Whoops.
Ether. It's okay. Sure. Box. Actually, just get these guys in with it.
Yeah, so there's a thing that didn't used to be here that's in a beginner event.
That really boosts how fast you can.
Yeah. For comparison, you guys have already seen the previous one, and I don't think Dad's this high at that moment, if you compare them.
I'm already at 4. I would have still been at 3. Because everything gives twice as much XP.
Mm-hmm. And it's a 30-day event thing, so it's basically a contest to see how far you can get to the end without losing it if you play, like, constantly.
Technically, I've already had one character go all the way up to 101 times 2, freshly 2, reborn 2. Don't have any idea what that is.
So, Dad, do you think you're then getting to Reborn today?
No. That took me like 3 weeks to do. Which normally takes me about 2 months.
So it is faster then.
Yeah, by quite a bit. That's like I've already gotten level 5. And I've only been doing this for a couple seconds now.
3 minutes.
In just this playthrough.
Yeah.
Not in the last one.
Yeah.
I think it was 3 minutes.
Well, I restarted the recording because. So now it's accurate. It's only 3 minutes. Motherfucker.
Subscribe. However, I won't be going to get the extras for like banker and all that mess. Because that's just burning time.
Yeah.
That's fair. I have certain builds I like to do first. I use standard ones for myself.
Speed glasses. Ooh, you know who I haven't played in a while? Tanksy.
Oh, bring her on in. That's a bit better.
And she'll go wait for you at Con-Con, so that when you hit the Snow Grind Fox, I'm right there.
Like that. And with this. Oh,
Yeah, so fun fact, they do have music in the main world. There's none in here. Because can you hear that from my computer?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just in here. So once you leave, you'll have music again.
Just
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just
the way it is. I guess it's to get you to concentrate on what you're doing.
which is what you need right now.
What if I go? Yeah, we're not sticking with that. There you go.
Tanksy's on her way in.
Well, I'm only at Flameflow.
And it's been 7 minutes.
And level 7. Level 8.
Is that supposed to be Mona Slashy Dashy?
Yep.
But it didn't have enough characters.
Yep.
Damn.
Slash dash.
Yeah, this one has a naming convention, so if you ever find him, there may be duplicates out there.
It's something with Mona usually, or something along those lines, depending upon what kind of character I'm playing.
Well, I'm gonna get some water and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Uh,
That should be a couple more.
well, yeah, and it shouldn't take me 12 minutes to find some water. And it's not gonna take me. It's gonna take me that long to find a freaking teleport master to get out of here.
No, first we're going to. Now, there's another level. And now I gotta have my pet. I'm gonna have the big fluffy dog. I had the big fluffy kitty.
It's out of curiosity, Dad.
It's a big fluffy kitty.
It's out of curiosity, Dad. I've never asked you this before.
Oh.
But, this is the cute thing that I love hate.
It's just a big fluffy kitty.
I know, it's a little sewn together kitty thing. And it goes slower than every other character in the game until you get to the point where your speed bonus runs off.
And then it's really slow.
No, then the cat is still faster than you. Because it only goes like 9 meters.
Well, you go like 10.
Yeah.
And I have my first particle.
Some people are 9.6, some people are 10.2. I mean, there's no really good measure of distance.
Okay. Don't you love how quick things die?
So, Dad,
Hmm.
I know I've never asked you this before, but how did you come across this game?
On accident at one point, actually looking for cheap shit to play. Just looking for free things to play.
Mm.
And I found a really awesome game, actually. It's completely free to play, if you'd like it to be, or you can pay in. Technically, you can farm everything that you can buy. There are some add-ins much later in the game that you can buy different things than you can earn, but they're just as good.
Okay.
So, all comparable. One just takes a lot longer to do than the other.
Sorry, guys, you're gonna hear me fidgeting because trying to.
And we're off to the next place. I already have color mask.
But so essentially, you were looking for a free to play that was rather entertaining, and this one was.
Mm-hmm.
I will say it has changed a lot from when I was a kid and from when this one started.
Well, originally when it started, it was, you had an extremely hard time getting past like level 40 or 50. It was just a grind for a lot of things. Nowadays, there's a lot of things to help you.
Could you zoom out? The other way. Just zoom out. But also, I hate this cutscene.
And you don't get a choice. Because if it runs too long, it'll actually kill itself.
It's a timed cutscene that has to be exactly 2 minutes.
And if it screws up or glitches somewhere, it will kill it.
You can't complete the quest because you were 1 second over.
It will automatically fail.
Which is the worst. I've had to run this thing 20 times before, and I'm like, why doesn't it work? Because it was 2.5 minutes.
Yep.
Because the computer was too slow.
This computer refused to do it because she had an HD mode.
No, it wasn't just the HD mode, it was I had all the assets on. I had every texture, everything on as high as possible for high fidelity, which murdered a really old computer that's not intended for gaming.
Especially not something as heavy as this.
Yeah, because of how old it is very heavy-duty program, but I love it so much only because of the customization.
It's the most extensive customization in a character.
that I've ever seen, aside from The Sims 4, but even then, this has...
Even that doesn't compare to this in some ways.
Yeah.
Because this still has more customization.
If I ever built a game, I would want it to have a similar engine in the sense of I want it to have all the customization, but I would want to have like a different kind of game.
I would just want to streamline some of the things in it.
Yeah. Particularly
So-
giving some leeway for this bullshit quest.
Well,
And it's so critical to the entire game because there's an entire area where you have to be able to fly.
and otherwise you can't fly if you don't complete this.
So I've tried to skip it, and I'm like, why can't I go? Oh, right.
You don't have a fly.
I can't get up here. God damn it.
Now you get to play Folly.
It is a lot more complicated, though, than it used to be.
There was a point where they streamlined it too much.
And nobody liked it anymore?
Well, it wasn't that nobody liked it. It was just that it became too easy on that end. But the moment that you get done with the place, it was like you got smacked in the face with a lot harder stuff. So it was kind of like going, yeah, you can do all this great stuff, and now you get smacked with the truth.
You suck!
You won't live. Don't worry about rank. That's not an issue at this low level.
Have you... I think you've told me before, though, that you were a beta tester at one point.
That was a really long time ago. And,
Yeah, I was 6.
yeah.
It's 15 years ago, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 16. God, I'm old.
It was their beta run of the game to see what was going on, what issues they were having, things like that.
Keep going.
They wanted to make sure that everybody was enjoying it, so they had other things going on. I need to go back and see if I can see this in that place. That's what I get for going too fast on the clickies. It happens. It's like I have 35 points. I shouldn't have that many to work with.
Mm-hmm.
I should have like 5. Because that's all you get per level. Which tells you I haven't been leveling up my stuff very much.
You need to do your culty still, though.
Yep, which is what I'm heading over here for.
And yes, people, the steps are out of sync naturally. That is...
It's done on purpose. It's because she's supposed to be moving so fast that you hear it after.
No, it's more like you're supposed to be moving a lot slower, actually. There's a speed bonus that makes us go faster for a little while.
And apparently there's no question here.
There is a point at which, if he hits it, he will slow down, and the steps will make sense. But yeah, the footsteps are just naturally out of sync. That's not a me problem in the future.
That's at like 90 something if I get there.
More like 100, because that's when my Blade Master started slowing down, and I'm like, no! Why do you move so slowly? Oh, you and your 10.4 meters a second. So, Dad, it's time to go swimming.
Going in. Yum.
I also remember when this area was, like, more, like, they had more quests, and now they've eliminated all of the questing.
So how do you like the,
God, Dad, don't you miss these sound effects?
I haven't heard them all in so long.
Is it nostalgia for you?
Yeah, actually it is.
How you feeling over there?
Pretty good, actually. It's a lot of fun to remember all of this.
Oh shit, oh shit.
But then
No, not yet. The oh shit was because I may or...
I was playing something.
No, I hit the button that says enter instance and,
Oh,
on the Telemaster, who this one apparently cannot take me where I need to go.
Huh?
South City Archosaur does not take you to...
And I jumped at you and played one of those. Okay. And now for the critter in the middle. I hate the square map.
Yeah, it also doesn't rotate with you.
That's part of the reason I don't like it.
Yeah. There's also a monster function to tell you where all the critters are.
Yeah, that's right here.
Okay, Etherblade Telly, you should be able to get me where I need to go.
Thank you. Good there.
Send me back!
Now let's see if Mr. Donkey is over here.
Oh, good grief, the EXP booster.
What?
Cheatsy!
It's not cheatsy. It's part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently he's not here anyway. So.
Okay, Telly Luffy.
Oh, maybe he is. There he is. Haha.
Donkey!
Found him.
I can never get this thing because I'm too slow.
Donkey. Thank you. Good.
I hate you.
And now we get another level.
I am humping the butt of the...
And now we're 13.
Is that the Sin?
No.
No, I mean Heroes Terrace, and I'm humping the butt of a dual-bladed thing.
That's sin.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, is that the Sin statue? I'm looking for my friend, but I clearly cannot find him. Shit.
There's the alarm. 14. Well, 14 is the alarm.
20-something seconds. That was 19 minutes and 30 seconds of playing.
Okay.
And you're already level...
14.
What? Okay.
Almost 15. No, Crane.
Teleports.
I gotta kill you now. There you go. You need to die. And I need to get my next level. No, I get to get my next level. Okay. So we've got our next Buffy. So we can get our Reaper form. Next skill.
I'm going to limit the amount of windows on my screen and just sit here next to the entrance for Snowgrind. And just wait for you. I'm gonna wait for you with Tanksy.
Okay.
I don't know how much we just lost there, but you know what?
Yeah, close. Too bad. Oh, that run. I don't have you.
Okay. 38. 19. 30.
Well, then, it's a little hero, isn't that? Hello there. Yeah. And there's my level. Off to the next place. And we get to kill a bunch of people. Okay. Back to fun stuff.
By the way, for those of you who may want to see what the craziness looks like. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Can you sit there for a second? I'm not going to count this. Okay? I need to refocus the camera because I think I bumfuddled it.
Oh, you bounced it?
No, I think I just, unfocused it, and then, now I gotta do it again.
How are we looking? Pretty sure?
It's pretty okay. It's good enough.
Okay, we're in.
Yep, go again. Also, for those of you who are wondering what the setup looks like, it's over there.
This. There's my lake. Yeah, come on.
Ugh, now I have to pee. There's the water noises.
I'm sorry, I won't be running this in Auto because it's quicker if I don't. Auto's better if I'm just chilling.
Oh yeah, people. So Dad, even though people say this game is dying, it's still around for 16 years. Why do you think that is?
Because it's still a lot of fun. Things change all the time. They've added new character types. They've added new character period. There's a lot of things that they've safeguarded to make it more fun for people as well. And I got another guy that I can pick. More. I get sold. You get that one either?
Nope.
Hmm.
He's too fast.
Too fast.
Yes.
And another love. Only about 16. Hey, Dwayne.
Good like my rat. His name is Philip.
Yep.
I steal jokes.
I think I use it every time I see the guy.
It's recycled jokes.
Not to recycle jokes.
Also, I'm well aware that because of the naming conventions in here, they're all like Chinese or Japanese. So we're butchering them and making them very American by saying Dwayne, but also
It said Dwayne.
we don't know how to read it any other way.
We don't have the Chinese characters up because we don't understand Chinese.
We English motherfuckers, and this is a U.S. server.
Yep.
We're going to fuck it up.
There is a European server, if you like that instead. But personally, I like the best. And 17.
So, Dad, any fun things from the beta that you want to talk about?
No, I leave those issues
No, talk about it. Even though the GMs seem to forget.
They do. Sometimes. We're just going to leave that out because I'm not supposed to talk about that.
Oh.
That's still not good. Long time ago.
Beep. I'll just put that over it, I guess. I don't know.
They nerfed a lot of things a long time ago.
So speaking of nerfing, that reawakened bid, you want to explain the concept and explain how it's changed? Because
Well, originally, they made it so that when you reawaken, if you went to 105, you get full stat points. When they redid it, now you get like 75 or something like that
okay.
for reawakening,
Uh-huh.
which still isn't bad, but that's a heck of a point drop. Just think about it this way. if you get full stats, that's 5 points per level. You've done 105 levels. That's 525 points. You get to put into a character that you just reborn. You can no longer do that. You now have 75 points.
Okay.
That's a heck of a drop.
But you don't get any more ever?
You can get up to 150 total between the two reborns, extra on top of your actual points.
But for leveling up in Reborn.
Yeah, you only get 2 reborns nowadays.
But do you get any points for getting from 1 to 2 to 3? On top of your 75 bonus?
No. You get what would be your level points as well, but that's it. So you get your 75 points at level 1. If you were born higher than 101. 101 you get 5 points, I believe, or it's 25. Can't remember exactly.
Okay.
And then if you were born at 100, it actually gives you a penalty.
Oh.
So you start at level 25, and you only get 5 points for that. So you're technically missing points.
Could you speak up a little bit when you talk?
So technically you're missing points during that point, because think about it this way. If you start back at level 1, that means you get your full 525 points. That would be through all your levels, plus extra. Now, if you were born at 100, you start at level 25. And you only get 5 points. Heck of a cut. So that means you're missing 70 points from the get-go. That's a big difference, isn't it? You're missing more than that. That would only be level 15.
So you told me at one point there were like 5 to 7 levels of Reborn, and you just keep going and going, basically.
You could, at one point. I think that was only on the European servers they allowed it to stay. American ones decided that wasn't good.
Why?
I don't know. They never really explained that. They just said they weren't going to America.
Well, here, speculate. Think about it.
Probably something to the fact that the players probably said no.
Okay.
They probably didn't want to go through all of that, and besides, it makes very different characters if you have all of that extra. Think about it this way: if you had one person who only reborns 2-3 times versus somebody who reborns 5 times or 6 times, and all the extra points they can get off of that, that's a lot of difference. Really
That's
fast.
a long hoe.
You want the wrong hoe.
I want the right hoe.
You wanted to give them a hoe.
So I guess they feared people being too strong, but now it feels...
Or they were trying to nerf the game back a little bit to make it more fair.
Well, there's also, there's a point in the game at which everything just sucks. I've noticed.
Well, it's meant for higher level characters.
Well, like, there's a jump.
Where it kind of takes that, you need to be stronger than that.
Yeah. even though a lot of your grinding is A, piddly experience, and B, you should be strong enough to take it on, allegedly.
In some ways, it's the differences in how these character classes.
That, and also they take
So-
away your charms.
They do.
They say no.
Because technically, you shouldn't be grinding through it that way. You shouldn't just be throwing the charms off to try to get to it. But you still need some things. Like, say you need more space in the safe or something. Or you need more space in your pet bag or whatever. There's quests out there to let you get materials to make it bigger to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to get a gigantic bag, but you'll get a reasonable size one.
But then there are people who pay their way.
Yeah, who get the giganto bag and have all kinds of extra slots and usually have critters that you will never see otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
However, there are ways to get comparable pets and things for a free to play
Mm-hmm.
because the game is fully doable free. It's always been that way. Once upon a time, you could even buy the gold with in-game currency. I don't think they still have that option anymore because they've made it like 4 different kinds of currency now.
Yeah, and it's also, I think gold is a pay-to-play option now.
You can still get gold out of the auction as far as I know. You just can't get certain kinds of gold. Like there's supposedly like 2 different kinds of gold now. One's homestead gold, one's non-homestead gold, and then you have gold coin, which is the tradable between the players.
You have the sticky coin,
Oh, that
which is a disappointment.
that thing's not just a disappointment. And
They nerfed that too,
they made it so that thing has almost no value.
even though it used to.
It used to be worth 7,777 coins.
It's inflation, Dad.
It's
It's
now,
a model of inflation.
It's now worth 7 coins.
Oh god, I remember when I tried to beat those things up once. I thought I had to get them up and kill them. No, you just
Just plant them.
you just put them down.
Swap over. Put plant down. Go back.
Alright. We're technically 40 minutes deep. You have 6 minutes left. On this one recording. You have 20 more minutes after that.
I was going to say, I'm down to just 6 minutes.
No.
That was quick.
Of this third recording. This is
That's
also going to
second.
be a one-off. I'm thinking of making a playlist now of our one-offs.
That's not a bad idea.
Because even if we did do a series, I'm not saying we should do a series of PWI. That would take
Yeah.
forever. And also, the creators may hate us.
They would probably say you can't say that.
What?
Knowing them, they would have certain things. They'd be going, you can't say that.
Can't say that. Can't do this. You're revealing our whole game, even though it's not that complicated for the most part.
I finally made it to the immortal.
So. Plus, again, that would be ridiculous. Eventually, it's all just PvP, right?
I've never been a big PvP person.
I mean, like, once you get past all the main quest stuff and you do all your side quests, and you basically have nothing anymore. It's all the blue dailies, and then there's PvP.
Yeah, which I'm not a fan.
Or running a guild type
Or-
stuff, right?
Yeah. But you could showcase that, but I'm not
Nah.
a big fan.
It would be just us.
That's not really something that we would prepare to do.
It would be just us.
Yep, we would create our own, just like I've done before.
And the only people in it are us.
Yep.
And all of our subsequent characters.
And you know I would.
Yeah. Yeah, with how many types I play, I could cover all of the bases of anything we could possibly need, and then you just take all the speed.
Well, I have enough of them.
Yeah, you just don't have the archer because nobody likes the archer.
It's not that nobody likes the archer. Some people do love the archer. The difference is, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, I'll also take all the male exclusive classes.
Yeah.
I may not know how to play a Venom, but man, I could play a tank. The Barb. Or the Monkey King.
Knowing you would enjoy the bar.
Let's see, the male-only classes. The Edge Runner, the Monkey King, and the Barb. He's not the Monkey King!
It's a freaking
Wild Walker, whatever.
It's Sun Wukong.
It's Super Saiyan none.
It's Sun Wukong. It's directly after who. Yeah.
It's even said in-game that he's the freaking Monkey King.
Yep.
What in that quest line he becomes king of the Untamed.
Yeah, sort of.
Or whatever it is.
He's like captain or something like that.
I've never played through that quest line. I've only ever started the human ones because the technician is bullshit.
I didn't have to deal with those.
Okay, the BM one is just run around and run errands and just talk and
That
and
was
maybe
annoying.
kill this thing. That's why it's annoying. The wizard is annoying because she has you hopping all over the place, and if you run out of telly stones, you gotta fly everywhere, so it takes forever. The technician is a freaking scavenger hunt, and it's bullshit.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah, I don't like it. Oh, and there was a portion of the quest where it says basically, get in a tank, you have 3 minutes to kill balloons.
That's just ridiculous.
Well, because it's about the gun. The gun.
Trying to kill these girls so that I can get my thing, so I can keep this moving. Because at present, it doesn't want to drop. There it is. There we go. That we go.
Ascend! Oh, you finally have tried to fly. You never tried before, but damn, them balls work. Another thing they'd probably tell me, you can't say that. What does it look like?
And then on the other hand,
There are 2 balls underneath of her high heel boots. She's stepping on them and floating.
She's not even wearing high heel boots. She's wearing platform shoes.
Sorry, all my brain can think of right now is that is some step on me energy. You're teleporting, I see.
Nice, picked the wrong guy.
Good news, no one has come tried to talk to me yet to get me to help them, thank God. Again, it's the middle of the day, but there are people still around.
There's always one somewhere.
Yeah.
It's just fine.
And according to the devs, this game is still growing, even though people say it's dying.
Yeah, it's a really old game that people love to say is dying. It's like,
One
how
dude
is
was
it dying
joking
if
about-
you're still making so much on it?
One dude was joking that this is just where people blow all their social security money.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, excuse me?
Well, if they're blowing all their social security money, then it's still living. What, 21? Would you like
Jesus
21?
Christ!
We might make it to 30 today.
Yeah, because you still have a whole 20 minutes left, and there's still a minute and some change on this one. Think you can kill her in under a minute and a half? But yeah, now I guess to celebrate the growth period, they had the beginner event so that,
Let's just try to. It's not. Or
yeah.
at least help out the people who just showed up.
Mhm.
Because there's some people who've been playing like me for years, and most of them are sitting at the top of their tier and going, no.
Yeah.
And usually they're either nice people or Alright, that's this one. Sorry about that.
Alright.
I'm down. Start a fight.
Alright, this is your last chance.
Well, considering I could just run into the box and go, yeah, let's go kill it. Since I technically already had this quest started. See that there?
You have the ability to get it.
Yep. However, I'm going to go get my ring first. Wish I had fast forward.
Fast forward.
Yeah, the genie skill.
Speedy do.
Yep.
Do you ever receive a speedy do on this chapter?
Yeah, eventually.
Okay.
It's that one of shadows, so it's kind of their version of killing self. But it makes an extra speedy for a little bit.
Okay.
I know it's really one. Okay, and now we fly.
I'm gonna go read real quick.
Okay.
You just keep talking about the game, okay?
Yeah.
You just talk about the game. Because without anything happening, it's really quiet and sad and so
I'll let you know when I hit the bicycle.
Okay.
It's coming up soon.
I'm sitting there waiting for you. So let's see how far you get before I finish reading.
Okay. I'm living in PvP. And the boss of this area. Down I go. Speedy doos. And another day we might do another one off of this. But it's not a game I like to run for you guys very much. It's one I more just enjoy it for myself. And back to flying. And up we go.
I smell fresh coffee.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Quaker under the table.
Do you know what I see? About to jump to the magic stones.
Well, alrighty then. And you're almost 22?
Yep.
Yo.
Oh, I should definitely have 22, 23 by the time I get to you. I'll laugh more if I have 25 again.
So, Dad, why exactly are we recording this, though, this hour special for the day that's going up?
Funnies, and it's my birthday.
So I know that
birthday, folks.
at the time of At the time of the recording, it's a month away. But
We wanted to do something nice for us.
on your birthday, for a special, what would you talk about your birthday? What you want to do on the day?
Huh. Spend it with you.
It's a Wednesday.
I'll have off anyway.
The weird tradition in our family, it seems, is the fact that, oddly enough, both my parents' birthdays are on the same day, and mine's on the same day as well, of the week. Same day of the week. Even though we're not all born at the same time.
No,
In
because that would be
different
really
years.
weird.
In different years, obviously. But,
You popped out of your mother as soon as you came out of the womb, and I came out of somewhere else. And... uh-huh.
like halfway across the world from her.
Uh-huh.
But it's all the same day of the week, weirdly enough. So you'll see mine in like 3 weeks. And so, what would you want to do
But
on
we'll
that
be
day?
making yours
Yeah.
in like 3-4 weeks. Oh. I have to think about it.
If you could do anything.
Any.
Anything. I regret saying that out loud now. For some reason, just the way you say that makes me real nervous, you know? Just a titty bit nervous.
Anything.
Anything. Anything.
Anything.
Yes, anything. Anything. I'll catch you. I'll make it look like a bloody accident. Sorry, we've watched that movie too much.
You like that movie? And you got up. Parrot. Go get the parrot. Go get this part done. Parrot, sorry, parrots.
Bad birdie.
You think you're going to go on the ground. We're goofy. Don't mind us. You haven't learned that already? You weren't paying attention. And now we're off to Devin. Devin. And
Okay.
potato, potato.
Well, you'll see me in Kantan, so I'll be there.
Mm-hmm. I'll be there very shortly. "23 levels in almost an hour. Not bad. Few hiccups for them.
Yeah. Down.
Well,
Yeah. If you wanted to check me out, I'm that green dot on your map up near Lightsail.
and another level. This is why she gets frustrated with me sometimes.
Yes. Go so quick, except you only have like 11 and a half minutes left.
Well, there's the quest. Let him circle.
You'll get through this real quick, because it's all like right here, basically. Excuse you. Tiny thing. Do the dance animation again, but okay.
Nope.
Hey.
Slippy dippy.
He did. Look to the green dot. Should be.
Come on over to the side. Yep, there you are.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi. I'm going to take your money.
Uh,
My money. I can't take your money.
nope.
Damn it.
You know why?
Because it's not my money.
You haven't walked far enough away for it to be my money. But yeah, Dad, you wanna come over to me?
In a moment. We'll be there in a second.
Let's see, where's the dance animation?
And another level. Ladder.
I'm dancing.
Ladder.
You 100% missed it. And that's
Yep.
cool.
I am coming. Hey you, can you look over towards me?
Yeah, boy.
That's dance 2, because there's apparently 2 dances I have.
Now, is one the really bad?
The other one is that.
Yeah.
I
You have the
have the robot.
well, you are Tanksy.
I am.
Shall we see how fast we can get through the dungeon?
Well, I'm just gonna dance over here for a hot second, and you let me know when you're,
I'll let you know by spotting it.
Okay. You let me know when you're ready. Shit. I stopped dancing. No.
I wonder how long this animation goes on for, honestly, but, like, also. So it looks so stupid. We have 8 minutes to finish a dungeon.
We have 8 minutes for me to kill this thing.
And finish the dungeon.
Okay, Fanny. Let's go. Feel better?
No.
Okay, now for the elder.
Woo! They would talk to people. Our worst nightmare.
Hmm.
So yeah, Dad, if you could do anything on your birthday, what do you want to do? Okay. Yeah. Also, that mole thing is not the thing. It's that thing fishing in front of it. The apple.
It's the one holding the apple on the string.
Today you shall ride
And
to
25.
glory. Here we go. I'm just gonna be dancing over here. See if you can touch Tanksy.
I was just doing it real quick. Can back jump in.
Okay. Here we go. Molest the thingy.
Later.
Okay, now without a mouse, this is gonna be real interesting for me.
So,
First, I go over here. I grab the thing.
I turn the camera so I can
You
see.
begin
I'm going to begin the murder lighting.
on the inside. We want to just keep it going until we finish this place.
Yeah. Well, if I could, jump, that would be great.
Are you stuck?
I got stuck. Excuse you.
And there's a wall. Next one, extras. I'm just gonna run up the stairs. Hope nothing besides wants to take long going up here. Okay, that sounds a little weird.
I don't understand how to get up the stairs.
Huh?
I don't understand how to get up the stairs.
Run?
Working on it. Shit.
How's it?
I knew that was gonna happen.
Well, guess what? It's your lucky day.
What?
I told myself that if the camera were to crap out, you'd get an extra 20 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
This is the worst time for the camera to crap out, though.
Well, no, I'm just gonna kill all the stuff up top. While you go set that up.
I've already set it up. I'm so helpful.
Let's see if we can get up here.
Oh, I'm up here.
Okay, well, that was fun.
How did you...
I was close enough to it to trigger a skill.
Okay.
Huh?
I said, okay.
It's no cheat skill. It says, it will get to you. Okay. Now.
Alright, you want to see how fast we can do this?
One sec. Just need you just in case. Okay. Buff. Buff. Any buffs?
Can't use any right now for some reason.
Okay.
So, wait. Okay, I have my buff macro, but it's not doing anything, because for some reason I can't use any of my buff skills for some reason. This is weird.
Okay.
Oh,
good anyway.
no, I see why. We ran out of mana.
Oh.
That'll explain it. Give me a hot second. Just gotta run through all my stuff.
Go ahead.
And go.
Okay.
One
And
shot.
Fox is dead in one shot.
Goodbye. So would you like me to wait for you at, not Kiwi, Crix, or do you want me to wait for you at, Yansheng?
20 minutes? I don't think we're going to do
Well, I'm gonna go hang out by Crix anyway. Bye!
that. On the other hand, I'm going to go fly. I have an ancient flame I go get.
Also, you have 16 minutes.
Yeah. I'm not going to make it to like level 50 something in 16 minutes. So 30 might be doable.
So then run me through some highlights, some quests that are notable to you.
Mostly at this point, it's just get as much experience as you can quickly and get the hell out of here. Yeah. But over the lifetime of the game, there's been some nice dungeon runs, especially when you had to do them in squads at one point. They have since nixed most of those, which is kind of sad. But it's because a lot of people were having trouble finding squads and things. So, you can kind of understand why. But even still, I wish they would have kept at least some of them, or at least the option for it. Nowadays, almost everybody just solos the whole thing. Which to some degree is kind of sad. Because it means that a lot of the game has gone either dormant or just kind of by the wayside. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oops.
I mean, it's kind of like Queen Z's area. Unless you go to do certain things, there's really no reason to be in there anymore. It used to be, and everybody had to go through it at some point. Just like everybody basically had to use all of the dungeons at one point in the game.
Mm.
Everybody had their own dungeon for a first dungeon. And that was at like level 19. And you had to do it in a squad, so you had to get other people to help you.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. So, what about coming of age?
the level 50 main quest, yeah. It has pieces that are done in quest and squad, but you don't have to. A lot of it can be done solo, especially if you have any idea what you're doing.
Your face is just glitched in there.
If you
Okay, I'm gonna turn this down because I fear its loudness. Because allegedly,
where is it? Do you hear something in it?
no. I don't know what's happening.
I swear it's just got a glitch somewhere.
Well, run off to General Summer.
That's the idea. Am I?
And you also have your Telestone thingy now.
I have some levels to do some things. And now we can make it faster.
There it is.
Yeah, apparently it needed to be in,
Certain places, I guess. This is 15, by the way.
yeah, it's good enough.
How do you feel about this, Dad? How's the music?
That's reminiscent. Very nostalgic.
I live for this music.
It's good. Don't want to mess with it too much.
So what were all those kitty things that were in the road?
Cat shops. It's actual players' shop.
Okay.
Much like you see a couple of them over there. And most players will tell you what's in their shop with the title above it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they say 60, 70. That's the level that the item would be made at. A lot of people don't use TT anymore, which I'm kind of sad about. It used to be the gold standard that everybody used for armor, weapons, and stuff.
Uh-huh.
They have since added in a dungeon called QSM,
So what is TT then?
Twilight Temple.
And what does that mean for armor? Because I know that's one of the servers.
Armor wise, it's the one that you make into G16, which is one of the end game armors.
What's a G16?
Gear level 16.
Oh.
There is such thing as a G18, but in a lot of ways it's just not worth it.
Oh, that music.
Remember that from years ago?
Oh. When I was a kid. This is what we mean by the music is oriental. It's very, like, you can hear the specific instruments, and I don't know any of their names except for the, crap. The name escapes me. It's basically like Chinese guitar, but...
Sort of. It's kind of like the lute that you'll see in Witcher. The one guy plays it. It's got the bent head where the actual strings go through.
Yeah.
It's actually got the
Places. You have 10 minutes, my friend, left. Crap, what is that? I know the name of it, I swear. It's escaping me right now.
You gonna hit the guy? No? Okay. Whatever. Technically I could go collect all these and make money too, but
Eru. The Eru, yeah. My pronunciation is terrible.
Technically
I don't know what the Chinese flute is in here, but it's
okay,
like
so,
it's very, you can hear the style. Also, that pentatonic scale, am I right? Yeah, my AP music theory is coming in clutch right now. I don't know.
Even better yet, so you see all the nectars that were on the ground, right?
Yes.
All the nectars out here?
Yeah.
Yeah, those used to be a lot more sparse, and people actually used to farm them. Very rarely does anybody farm those things anymore. Unless you're doing something specific. That's like people making their own armors and stuff. More times than not, that's only higher level characters.
Mm.
And most times they do that as an end game thing, not as a beginning. Or they'll go and pay somebody else to do it for them.
Mm.
Which
Oh,
I
yeah.
really can't stand that.
You guys were just seeing a winged elf. She's probably just idling there.
Usually what happens. See, G17.
It's so cute! You're gonna have to really jump to get over it.
Yeah.
I don't know why the autopathing takes you through that, but I guess it's because it's not actually an object.
Also because probably they wanted you to stop there. So you had to do something. Auto.
I guess. Also, I love that your class gets pants.
No, that's because they put on pants.
Oh! There's pants?
Yep.
I didn't think there was pants.
So there's pants, there's this thing.
You only like the pants.
I don't like it. No. 'Cause technically you can put on this thing too.
And you can put on the hair, which is...
Yeah, no. I'll be taking that right back off.
There's also some shoes that come with it.
Oh boy. And
Oh
she's
my
done
god,
that voice
shoes.
again. She hates that voice so much and yet she does it so well.
I can't stop! Won't
Oh,
stop!
hi.
Who do you run?
I thought I saw you.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm up top. I am flying over to the mines so I can chill with you.
I'm gonna go kill Min Shing.
Well, don't worry. I'll be there in 10 years.
I'll be there in a lot soon.
Well, there's 6 minutes left.
Let's see if I can do it then. Let's at least be able to go kill him. What do you think?
Also, the Chinese loot there's also a version of it called the Paipa.
Mm. Now, then there's these crazy turtle things. Is it turtles? That'd be
Tuttles?
turtles.
There were Tuttles?
The ugly turtles.
Tuttles! And the evil Jackalea
Yeah, he's not gonna catch me.
I don't know what the hell a Jackalea is, but you know.
I
Okay.
think it's a mixture of a.
Oh, I just saw you. Hey, I'll be right there.
I'm going over here.
Yeah, I know. Wait, is that you?
It's kind of running
No,
around.
there was a DB that I saw.
Mono slash and dash.
Yeah.
That's me.
Okay. There it goes.
Okay, we're just gonna really speedy do it.
How fast do you want it to be?
Okay.
I'm
well,
level
I'm gonna go
90.
over here then.
Oh dear God, no! I'm gonna go find the Cricks. Cricks?
There should be the
Char?
Char.
There's too many giant evil werewolf things.
Oh, I need to see Scout.
Yeah, you gotta go talk to him first.
I'm just gonna start killing.
You're like, nah, we're just gonna go through this as quickly as possible. I don't even have the mission. I'm already gonna complete it before I even start. Oh, really?
I wish you could.
That would be amazing. I would have completed so many things that way.
And how about a level while you're at it?
Oh, God, I have to... I can't even remember. Oh, nope, there he is. Okay. Found him.
Should be over in a couple.
Years.
I found him.
We can make it funny then go do
No.
some requests.
No way in hell you will survive those. Oceanic Stone, Moirai, and I have to go talk to the leader of Immolation again.
And
A bunch of later game stuff, mostly because I'm level 96, if you can't... nope, 94. But it said 96 before.
I mean, we
Unlucky.
could always make it funnier and bring out
No.
the other character that I got.
No! Meanie. You meanie.
She's like, you meathead.
You freaking...
You're supposed to be over here picking up coins for us.
Yeah. Go get freaking coins.
I'm just leaving them all over the ground.
I hate you. Stop abandoning the money. The money is important.
Yeah, but this character's pretty much a throwaway, so when I'm done,
I need the money.
yep.
I'm on my way!
Too bad, now I'm off to the Mountain Scout.
I hate you. It's my money.
Okay, go get it.
I'm desperate for coin, okay?
Yes, I know the feeling. Then end up, you kill some more.
Where's my money? Where's my money? Where's the money? There's the
All
money.
over the ground over there.
Okay. I gotta pick up. I gotta pick everything up. I'm gonna throw some things at you. I've given you a rhino horn. Money. More money. My dragon disease is necessary here.
You already know I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, they made money a critical thing in this game. It's required to get certain skills. That's... no. And you can never get enough money.
That's why not. Back to the scout.
I'm gonna pick up the money.
That's your job.
My money.
She's like, yep.
Got it! Where are you?
Paragraph. Time for the apprentices.
I'm just gonna be here now.
Okay.
My money.
Hey, speaking of money,
I'm the money picking hoe.
what's your favorite part of the job?
Yeah. I get paid. For once. Why do I hear you murdering things?
And that's the timer.
Yep. So let's close this out then. Okay?
Alright, one more kill.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna be able to finish it. Nope, you are. Okay. Let's call it here then.
Okay. Well,
If you made it through this, feel free to subscribe and shit, you know?
if you want to. We really don't care at this point. I'm
No.
not doing it for that.
But yeah, we've got other series and shit. I'm gonna put them on screen so you guys can click on
Look
that.
around, see what you like.
And yeah,
Come on back if you want to.
leave if you don't feel like staying.
If you don't, c'est la vie. If you do, we'll see you again.
All right. Have a beautifully horrible day, I guess. Bye, guys.
Meanwhile, they get to see the actual character I play
Maybe.
at the very end, if you keep it.
Here, I'm gonna do something in there.